All right, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Struggling Day Trader channel. The name is Hassan, and this channel is about my struggle to become a profitable day trader. Been day trading about 3 years now, and still struggling. Still a struggle every day. Have some really good ups, but also some significant downs. But I think it's coming together, man. I think it's coming together. Anyway, if you'd like to join me on my journey, hit that like button and subscribe, and let's get to it, man. Today I'm here to go over my trades. So a lot has changed this week. I, I I had a really good month of June, and then a really good first week of July, and then just like completely spiraled out of control. Had some really big red days, and I think what happened was I got in the habit of creating a really big hole on the day, meaning going way past my max loss, and then hitting some really good trades and turning the day green. I did that a lot during the month of June. And I know it just kind of made it seem like it's no big deal to go red because I'll get it back, right? And some days that works. Like, a lot of those days the market would go down and then it would recover and go up, and I will be able to bounce back. But man, I was getting crushed, and it's just doing too much. That's what I really just realized. I mean, that was my downfall. I would have like two or three good trades, or maybe even just one or two. And they would be great trades, like 4 or 5 hour trades. And they would just get blown away because I would have like 4 or 5 other trades on other stocks, and they all stopped out, just doing too much. So I decided that I was going to try just trading the SPY. And yesterday was the first day I tried that. And man, it was great. I was so surprised. And, I mentioned I talked to somebody reached out and I had a phone conversation. And I was like, I'm going to give it a go just because I've thought about it before and I understand the pros to trading one instrument, you know. So, but I kind of was like, I'm gonna just try it, and if I don't like it, I'm gonna go back to doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? But man, I liked it a lot. To just have narrowed my focus narrowed in on one instrument and not be bouncing around trying to catch everything before it goes, like crazy FOMO, crazy FOMO, and to just sit back and wait for this one thing to do something that I can take advantage of, man. I liked it a lot. And today, I kind of, it's I'm a long trader only. I don't trade options, and I don't go short. I don't go short the market. It's a moral thing. It's not anything that I'm ever gonna do. So I'm just a long trader. It's just what it is. So um I was thinking of doing the inverse cues, but then I just feel silly because why not just go short if I'm gonna go long a short stock? You know what I mean? So I don't know, and it just became. I was looking at the SQs, and I was looking at IWM today, and it kind of became the same thing of trading multiple stocks and just going back and forth and trying to catch everything and trying to make all of these decisions. And I'm not saying that that's not doable or that I won't go back to doing that eventually. But a big issue I was having was over trading, and switching to this and just doing this like immediately cuts out that variable, right? Because I'm not gonna trade. I mean, I took a lot of. This looks like I traded the heck out of the SPY today, but it's not as crazy as it looks. But it just immediately takes care of that issue, and then I can focus on building the other habits, and then maybe when those habits are really strong, I can go back and start looking at more than one instrument. You know what I mean? So this was kind of something I wanted to try while I was in paper purgatory, you know what I mean? So, um, yeah, but today I ended up trading IWM, which is the Russell, and I ended up trading the SQs, and I also broke a few rules today. And it was a take profit rule, and I broke it because I mean the rule is defined, but I've just kind of been in my mind kind of feeling like I want to change it but not really committing to something, um which is at 2R start moving my stop up. And I just felt like the way this was going, I had a really good entry, so it didn't take long to get up to 2R. And it just really, the price action hadn't moved away enough to make me feel like I wasn't just stopping myself out of the trade by raising my stop. You know what I mean? I've really been liking the 5-minute lows. But thinking about it, for a price to move up like double the range that I'm risking and then come all the way back down to the price I entered in, that's pretty weak. You know what I mean? So I think it's reasonable to just go ahead and get out at break even if it comes all the way back down. You know what I mean? So anyway, my first trade was on the SPY, which I believe was a 5-minute opening range breakout, and it went pretty well. It just kind of it just traded in this range for a while, but it was making higher highs and higher lows on these 5-minute candles, and then it pulled back to VWAP a bit and made I mean, you know, it's kind of like a wavy higher low, and then it broke over the highs and I added. But when I added, I raised my stop underneath this low, and you see this big red candle came down and stopped me out, right? Then I got back in. Now, looking at this, the fact that this made a lower low, let me go look at another time frame here. Okay. Trying to think of where. I guess I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this ad. I think I was definitely looking at the lower time frames and looking inside of those candles to see what was going on here. Wow, what a different story on the 3-minute chart. What a different story. Is this today? This can't be today. Okay, yeah, I'm tripping. All right. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that re-entry. Okay, yeah, because this was a lower low, but then it made a higher low right here. But yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I got back in right here because, you know, came back down to VWAP and then made another high 5-minute high. You know, this is the tree. Yeah, so I got back in on the break of this, and it ended up going to R again. But again, this is like right in the middle of the price action to move my stop to break even. So I felt like that would be kicking myself out of the trade if I moved it up to break even. And I still, you know, I wanted to give it room to go up because it just made a higher high. But it stopped me out. So now that's my strategy now is 2 break even trades. But because I didn't follow my strategy, I'm now down 2R. right? And um, all right, let me try to go a little chronologically. I already went over my first two SPY trades, but I also had an IWM trade in there. Um, yeah, this looks like a choppy mess, a total choppy mess. One of the reasons I really didn't like, actually, no, that's not the Russell conversation. That's going to be the SQ's conversation. So I'll save that for when we get here. But trying to think what what possessed me to go long on this, because I maybe 15-minute opening range breakout. Can't imagine though. That looks terrible. I don't know what was going on here, but it looks super choppy. I definitely wasn't being cognizant here looking at these topping tails. So yeah, this is just a crappy trade. I can't even. I think maybe I wanted to buy over this level. Yeah, I bought over the level, these little highs right here, but this is not looking good. It's not a good looking setup at all. So yeah, so we'll say this IWM trade. It's not a 5-minute opening range breakout at all. I guess this was a higher day breakout. Choppy. -1R. Yeah, that was super whack. And then let's go over to the Qs. So yeah, this felt like I was like trying to hedge my bet against the SPY. Like, all right, I'll just put an order here, and if the SPY breaks low, it'll trigger me into here. And it felt like more like gambling than actually trading, and I just didn't like it. So I've decided next week I'm not going to trade any of these other instruments. I'm just going to focus on the SPY. And on the down days, those will just be days that I practice being patient. And I just, look and see. Maybe it'll break over the opening range and retake VWAP and give me an opportunity, you know. But I just gotta slow down. I gotta slow down. And I think this is a great tool to help me slow down. Just trading one instrument. Yeah, so okay, anyway, let's go back to the SPY. We didn't even talk about the last trade. All right, so again, this first one was an opening range breakout, and I added when it made new highs, but it just got slapped down pretty much. Big rejection wick up here, and then a big red candle stopped me out, made a lower low. But then it made a higher low, and I got back in and went up to 2R again, and I did not take break even and lost another R. So now I'm down 2R on the SPY. Then I trade this reversal down here. I'm noticing my blue line here and looking at the open, what it did, came down here, tested that level. And then we come back down here on a really big move down, aggressive move down. And we got this little narrow inside candle. Looked like a pretty good reversal setup. I ended up punking out and moving my stop up to break even because I thought the market was weak, and I was thinking it was surely going to go down after seeing these wicks. So yeah, it was a really good entry, but I punked out, ended up stopping break even just to get right back. I don't know, did I get right back in? Let's see. Yeah, I got right back in. I didn't even realize I got in right there. Yeah, so it was a great reversal. I've been really looking at playing off of levels, but in all honesty, it's not in my playbook. It's below VWAP. So it really wasn't a trade I was supposed to take. So it's good to stop out break even. You know, don't want to be rewarding unwanted behaviors. So I don't want to start going long on over VWAP, under VWAP. Not yet anyway. Eventually I really do want to play reversals, but just not yet. Just not yet. I don't know, man. I actually, I'll probably really need to put that in my playbook ASAP if I'm only going to trade the SPY long, because there's going to be a lot of days where I'm just going to have to catch reversals back to VWAP probably to even catch a trade. So yeah, I might have to do some research and build a strong reversal game, you know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, this last trade, so we did that. Now we got a higher low here, little wedge pattern, and I go ahead and get back in. So let's see. Okay, first entry was the break over this candle, and then I added as we broke over these highs, came up, made a higher low, added again, breaking back over that high, and then that thing went off. Now this I managed on 2R all or nothing, right? Once I get to 2R, I move my stop to break even. Once it got to 3R, now I'm doing a 1R trail. So at 3R, my stop's at 2R. 4R, stop goes to 3. 5R, stop goes to 4. 6R, stop goes to 5. And like today, 7R, stop went to 6R, which is what I ended up stopping out at. Now, awesome trade, home run trade, 6R, like what? That's a great trade. That's a great trade. But I've really been going back and forth on my take profit strategy as far as using the 5-minute pullbacks instead of the R's. Now, it's probably a greater risk of leaving more on the table, depending on the range of, you know, the stop, or the range of the move, I should say, since I'm only going to be trading the SPY. But like, for example, what I would want to do here, when I add here, my stop is going to the swing low, right? And then once we start moving up and we get this first 5-minute pullback, which is just this one 5-minute red candle, when we make a new high after the pullback, then boom, I'm moving my stop up underneath the red candle, right? Then we trade up, and then we got 5-minute pullback, right, under the lows. And then once we break this high right here, this candle breaks the high, now you move your stop up under this swing low, right? And then now we get another pullback on the 5-minute, and then it makes another high. So now you move your stop under this candle. Same thing here, 5-minute pullback, stop under that candle. 5-minute pullback makes a new high. You can go here, or I mean, at this point you got so much on the table. I would have probably went up to here, and maybe even right up under this candle. This is kind of, you got to start getting aggressive a little bit, especially when the moves up are getting a little more shallow and you start seeing some mixed candles and some top tails and stuff like that. That's kind of your sign that it's running out of gas. So yeah, like managing on the 5-minute lows would have got me stopped out up here instead of down here, right? So that's something to think about. I've been watching the 5-minute a lot, and I really think that's probably the best way to work your way up on the trend until you start seeing some, you know, some signs that it's over. Then you want to get a little aggressive. But you know, once you got your stop at 3R, I think for me, I'm ready to, give it a little more room, because it's already a great trade at 3R. So I was very close to giving this thing room down to here, but I was like, wow, I'm at 5R. Do I really want to give that back? And the answer was no. So yeah, but man, honestly, I feel like this is my chance to show you guys what I could do. You know what I mean? Not to be, arrogant or anything, but I feel like I'm decent at reading price action. And I feel like that's my, like, when people ask me what my edge is, sometimes I want to say, I feel hesitant to say it because, I'm not proven successful. I'm not consistent, but I feel like my edge is reading price action. I feel like that. And I feel like removing the variables of looking for multiple things to trade and the FOMO of I'm going to miss something. I got to hurry up and get this order in before I miss it because I didn't see it setting up sooner because I was looking at five other things. You know what I mean? Now I can sit, I can see what's happening, I can see what I would like to happen, and I can wait and see if it happens. And if it happens, I can enter the trade. You know what I mean? Of course, there's always going to be challenges. Like today, my stop, I haven't really had an issue with my stop to break even, I don't think, like I did today. And I did it 2 times in a row. And I would have had 2 more R today. You know, that's 2R that I lost that would have been break even trades, and that wouldn't have eaten into my 6R win, had I, follow my rules. So I think the 2R all or nothing is something I really like because, like I said, if it moves twice the range that I'm willing to risk and then comes back down to my entry, that's pretty weak. So it's fair enough to stop at a break even, I feel like. And then I think I like the trailing stop as far as once you get to 3R, I want to start moving my stop up. No, I really think once I get to 2R, it's going to be break even or the 5-minute swing low, whichever one is higher. Right? So if the swing low is below, man, I don't know though. I don't think I like that. Actually, probably whichever one is lower. Hmm. Yeah, I really do want to manage on the fives. So I'm gonna move to that. And that'll just be how I roll. That'll just be how I roll. I'm gonna move my stops up. So I should probably write this stuff down. I think I need that for now. Um, so Monday. Trading SPY only. Um, R equals $5. What else? My strategies, I think I got it down. 5/15 minute opening range breakout and 5/15 minute higher high, higher low to VWAP. Those are my 2 strategies. And then we got no entries below VWAP. Yo. And hmm. HVS high volume support, which is the opening range, the top of the opening range, And so my management is going to be 2R all or nothing to 5-minute stop swing lows. So once I get to 2R, actually, I don't even think it's got anything to do with 2R. I think, like, for example, right here, if I get in right here and it comes down here and makes a higher low and then breaks this high right here as it moves up, I'm moving my stop up under here. Even if it's like not at 2R, if it's at 1.5R right here, I'm moving my stop up under the 5-minute lows. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. So 1R stop. Move stop up under 5-minute swing lows after new high. Okay, and I think that's it. That's it. Yeah. I think that's pretty solid. I like that. Um, yeah. So anyway, finish the day off plus 2R. And man, yesterday I had a really nice trade on the SPY as well. This was a 6R move today, and yesterday I felt like kind of late to the game, but yeah. So yesterday, what happened? Okay, this is another one where I got stopped out because because of my rule. Dang, you know what? If I do that though, hmm, okay. Okay, even if there isn't a swing low, I should still go to break even at 2R. Dang, but that's totally what got me out of this trade. That's okay. Sometimes it's gonna get you out of the trade. And then you do what I did here, which is get back in and add and then Rockstar. So yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. So all right, so I'll say I won't move stop past break even until 2R. Yeah, but I'll still tighten my stop if there's a 5-minute low. Sure. But I think that's it. I think that's it. This is actually 3 green days in a row. Um, so I'm back to feeling good. I was definitely getting, it just I'm getting hopeless again, man. Starting to wonder, you start wondering, like, man, am I wasting my time? Am I chasing a hopeless dream? But I feel I'm filled with hope again, and I'm excited. I feel like I've cleared out the path. I've cleared the path for myself to progress to the next level. There's always going to be more struggles ahead, but I feel like I've cleared the path to move to the next level, and I'm super excited for Monday morning. Um, yeah, that's all I got, man. Hope to see you guys there. please hit that like button and subscribe. And let me know how you guys did today in the comments, man. I'd love to hear you guys' trading experiences and your results and all that good stuff. Anyway, have a great weekend, and let's get to the bag Monday morning. Peace.